Even the EVPs here are like very intelligent. You can ask questions and they'll answer them.
Can you come speak to us through this board?
Oh, it's creepy back there. Okay, all right.
What the fuck was that? This
What?
isn't supposed to be open.
Even a lot of the locals don't realize what this place was. Like, the history gets lost. A lot of these old buildings over time have been so many different things, and people don't realize what it was 100 years ago.
Right.
So, yeah, I didn't know anything about it. Well, they gave me directions to come look at it, and I just looked at the place, and I'm like, look at this place. It's like, oh my God, you know? And literally, I thought about it like 24/7. I couldn't stop thinking about the place. It like drove me insane. It was like the house was calling me to buy it. Being that it was like a holistic place for healing and stuff, I think that was part of the reason, because they knew that me and my daughter are Reiki healers besides, and we're also psychic mediums too. And so I think that the house knew it, wanted to go back to originally what it was. It didn't want to be a regular house. It didn't want to be apartments. It didn't want to be any of that. So here we are. We've had it for, this coming July, it'll be 5 years. So we've been pretty much, you know, all our money that we get from renting it to people and stuff, money keeps going back into the house, so.
That's great.
When I went down to the county building, they said that the place, on paper, it says it was built in 1900, but we know it's older than that, for the simple fact it had gas lighting. And as we were working on the house, we were finding rectangular and square nails. The square nails dated back even farther, so we're thinking mid-1800s is probably when it was built. A lot of times, I guess, if they didn't know the exact date, they would just write down a date. They didn't really have an exact date. Those are the two doctors over there. That's Dr. John Henderson on the left, and that's Dr. Carol Perry on the right. They were osteopathic doctors, and they were huge into the whole holistic healing thing. So that was their dream, to open up this place. They actually met each other in college. That's their college up there in Kirksville, Missouri. They went to college together. And Dr. Henderson actually was born in Canada, and his family moved to this whole area. Started out kind of like in Niagara Falls area and moved gradually this way. That picture there was taken in 1906 when the sanitarium opened. As you can see, there's no houses around it.
Yeah.
So it sat by itself. He actually purchased it in 1903. So they owned it from 1903. Worked on the place for 3 years before they opened it up as the sanitarium. They also were highly involved in the community. Dr. Henderson was actually a reverend in a church down here in town, besides. Dr. Henderson had been married twice. He's buried within a 5-minute walk of here at the cemetery.
The one right
So
down the street?
It's not the one right down here, it's behind it.
Oh, okay. Oh, there's two.
Yeah, there's another cemetery behind the other one.
Do you know if any of the patients that were here, that passed here, were buried,
Oh, I
buried over
imagine.
there?
I can almost guarantee it. Yeah.
I would assume too.
There's this big Hanover Bank in Olean, and they just started like renovating it now, which is cool, rather than tearing it down or anything. And he had an office in there, and he died in his doctor's office Yeah, which is kind of weird. They
Yeah.
both died of heart problems. Dr. Henderson was like 75, which wasn't a bad age for back then.
No.
Dr. Perry was only 56 when he died, so he was young when he died. It's hard when you try to research history too for like an old building like this, because a lot of stuff didn't get wrote down.
Yeah.
And it's what's kind of cool about the whole paranormal investigating stuff too, because every group that comes here kind of adds to the story. I mean, I've had people come up with all kinds of stuff. Yeah, we had a conversation with Dr. Henderson and he said this. So it's like, yeah, you know, and then you'll pick up something from some old newspaper thing or something. Like, I found an article with Dr. Henderson was in a car accident and his daughter was in the car with him, and his daughter flew out of the car, and then I don't know, then another car hit him or something, and then he flew out of the car. But yeah, they had a couple of bumps and bruises, but nothing.
Jeez.
But then they didn't go 65 miles an hour like they
Yeah.
do now. You know,
Yeah.
so. Did you guys see Paranormal Lockdown at all?
No.
Lockdown?
No. Nick Groff was here and stuff. We did like a history tour or whatever, and we went out on the porch, and he said to me, if I could answer any question for you, what would it be? And I said, I want to know why the house compelled me to buy it. And right after I said that, we heard this big loud crash. And we came in here, and the mirror was broken on the floor.
Oh wow.
It had been hanging up on the wall for months. Never
Nothing.
budged.
Wow.
And then Nick Groff actually said, you got another mirror? I'm like, yeah. So we put that one up there. It's been hanging up there ever since. That's the same screw that one was hanging on.
It was never an
So
issue
that-
before.
Yeah, and the way the screw is, it's got a pretty big head on it, so there's just no way it would just like slide off or anything.
Mm-hmm.
The wire in the back was still intact. There's no reason it should have came off the wall. It's like literally somebody had to have picked it up like this and dropped it.
And that's a big mirror. It's got some
Oh,
weight
it was
to
really heavy.
I bet.
Because it's an old mirror too.
Yeah.
The older mirrors are way heavier because they're thicker. Even the EVPs here are like very intelligent. You know, you can ask questions and they'll answer them. I mean, it's crazy.
That's exciting.
Very
Yeah,
exciting.
yeah.
I'm looking forward
They
to
like
that.
interacting with people. It's kind of a different, I don't know how to explain it. It's a different location than a lot of other places because they like to interact, and I don't know, it is.
We don't
It's
have to
just
pull it out of them,
different.
basically.
No, yeah,
That's
it's
good.
really strange. This is the original description about the place,
Mhm.
like their brochure. And it says here that the Wildwood Sanitarium and Osteopathic Infirmary was the first and only osteopathic institution in the state.
Wow.
Look at that history. It's like lost. A lot of the locals don't realize what this
Wow.
place was. Yeah.
They just see it as an old house.
Yeah. And they actually had a bathhouse in the basement.
Oh, wow.
And it said that they had cold baths,
Mhm.
hot baths, and electric battery baths.
Do what?
Yeah, I'll skip on the last one.
Electric battery baths.
Oh, no.
So it's like, okay. That's back when they were kind of experiment with electricity and what it does.
That
and-
explains all the ghosts.
Yeah, who knows? This was a light bath therapy cabinet that they actually had in the house. It's kind of almost like a tanning bed.
That's what I was gonna say. It kind of looks like a tanning bed.
Or like it reminds me of like an MRI tube or whatever too, because you'd lay on this platform thing and they
Yeah.
push you into it.
That's wild.
Yeah,
That was how long ago?
not early 1900s. So,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
back then they were into the sunlight and the fresh air and the good
Yep.
food, and yeah, you don't need to be an alcoholic or you don't need to take that pill or whatever. Yeah. Okay, everything functions in there. They tried to open up a second location, got it all set up and ready to go, and they had a fire.
Oh no.
Place burned down to the ground. Back then, they didn't do fire insurance or that, so they were just kind of out of luck. They did end up selling the land to somebody else, and they put up another house, but But yeah, it's a shame that they lost that location. You get this room.
Look at those vessels up there.
There's a whole doll room here.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
I saw
there's a room with
pictures.
a bunch of
Yeah.
dolls in it.
That'll be a fun room.
This is kind of what it looked like back then. Those are original pictures. Like, you know, they had beds and they didn't want it to look like a hospital. They wanted it more to be like a home setting.
Yeah.
So they, you know, had the hardwood floors with the Oriental style rugs, and that's what they did back then.
That's what I find so interesting about this location is that it's listed as a sanitarium, but it
Yeah.
looks like a home.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It looks exactly
Yeah.
like a home.
We'll go upstairs.
Oh boy.
This room we call Tommy's room because a bunch of the first groups that came here, they kept getting the name Tommy and all their stuff. We were thinking, gee, you know, who's Tommy? So I tried to research who Tommy is. You know, I looked owners' names, you know, what their kids' names were and all that. Couldn't seem to find it. And last summer I had somebody approach me and she's like, I went to Salamanca Elementary School. I went to school with Tommy. He lived here.
Oh wow.
So he probably lived here in the time frame when it was an apartment. Makes sense. I wouldn't be able to trace that back because they rented it. And she said that basically, she said it would have been like 1973, would have been the year. But she said she went to school the one day and the teacher said that he had passed away. I don't know of what. I don't know. But he does interact with people here a lot. Like if you try to do any kind of experiments or anything like that, he's all for it.
That's
He likes
awesome.
playing with the ghost hunting equipment. Just anything. There was actually a tarp on the ceiling that hung down.
Oh, I saw that on YouTube.
Yeah, and there were totes on the floor, and then there was a tarp on the floor, and it had wood sides like this, and it was full of water. You had to walk through the water to get through this door.
Oh
You had to wear boots to get to this other door because, yeah, there was that much water in here. This we actually call the seance room. Yep, because we do an occasional seance or whatever in here. They like old school stuff in this room for some reason, like the dowsing rods and the pendulums and the scrying mirrors and all that kind of stuff. They like that in this room. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. We had a weird experience. There's a group that comes here quite often, and one of the members of their group committed suicide.
Oh no.
This was his favorite place to come, location-wise, and this was his favorite room. And he would like sit here all night and talk to the spirits. I mean, crazy. And then we had an experience with this pendulum. Came up, and that was drawn in it.
What?
Whoa. That is wild. There's no way somebody could
A
do
person
that.
could not do that.
No, that is absolutely
I just
wild.
looked at it. It's like, what the heck? And then I looked at it closer. And you look up at it closer. Look at the center of it. And it looks like writing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says, Mom. So, you know, I got to thinking, it's like, maybe this guy's trying to send a message to his mom.
Yeah.
That he's okay or whatever. And so then I sent her a message and I'm like, check this out. Do you think there's any possibility he could have did this? And let me show you what she sent me. She sent me a picture back. She's like, check it out. This is a Christmas card he sent me. It's the same handwriting.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
It's the same handwriting.
So he's here.
So he does come through the spirit box and different things that every so often he's coming through on stuff. I actually invited the family here for a weekend, and they spent the weekend here trying to get some closure. And unbelievable, like, stuff that came over the spirit box and stuff. Like, really, he is definitely here. Yeah.
This isn't creepy.
Take some really, really cool pictures in
We
here.
started out with like a handful of dolls, and people keep leaving them here.
I wonder
So
if that's.
I just, look, and it's like, hey, that's a new one. I don't remember that one.
I wonder if maybe some of these are vessels, and maybe that's
Oh, I
bringing
wouldn't doubt
more
it. Totally
activity.
Wouldn't doubt it.
Are any of these dolls supposed to be haunted? That you know
Oh,
of?
yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, that one that's by the window there just showed up on my porch in a box with no return address or anything, but there was a Pennsylvania stamp on it. I know it came from Pennsylvania, but that's all I know about it.
Yeah.
Somebody evidently wanted to get rid of it. But yeah, there's been different ones that, people come and investigate, and they say, this one moved, or that one fell over, or that one was looking at me before and now it's not, it's looking over that way, its head moved, or its arm moved, or that doll totally moved, it was over there before, now it's over here. So yeah, I get a lot of that. Yeah, we're gonna go upstairs. We even get activity in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a couple times now people have caught apparitions coming up and down the staircase.
I just heard
I
some
just heard a
upstairs.
noise. Yeah, I heard a noise too.
Hello.
Yeah, so we've gotten that before. Like I've actually put equipment on the staircase and then shut the door and the stuff goes off. I'm gonna go ahead and shut that door. I'll stay warmer up here. A lot of people feel a heavier feeling up here. Sometimes I get dizzy up here.
It does
I've
feel
had
different
people
up there.
get sick up here,
It feels thick up there.
dizzy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's very different up here.
very different.
Yeah.
I think when the tuberculosis patients were in here, I think the more ill people were up here.
To kind of quarantine them from everybody else.
Yeah.
That would make
Yeah.
sense. So you could probably keep the windows open.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think that's the story that I heard.
All of it.
Oh, whoa. Whoa.
And this was kind of made into a doctor's room of sorts. This works.
Oh, whoa.
That works.
That's really cool.
This here is the plug for the attic. If you want to go up there, just if you come back down, unplug it.
Okay.
Okay.
Because we get an occasional pigeon or a bat or
Oh no.
some kind of critter up in the attic. So I don't like to leave the light on up there, so in case they knock it over or something.
Yeah.
But
We
this
have
is-
quite a history with bats.
Yes, we do.
That's the entrance to the attic right now. Eventually I want to make a safer staircase and all that to get up there.
Okay.
But it's kind of cool up there. It's actually quite big up there.
Adventurous
Yeah.
entrance.
Yeah.
Well, the previous owner, boy, that attic is pretty cool up there. And she looked at me, she's like, what attic? I'm like, yeah, there's an attic. There's an attic? They owned it from 2001 to when I bought it, and they didn't even know there was an attic. This is one of the ways to get to the basement.
Oh man.
Blair Witch.
Yeah, no kidding. This is a really creepy basement.
And this graffiti was here. This was previous owner's name. That one there says, I think it's Freeney, December 26, 1906.
Oh man, this basement gives me serious Edinburgh vibes.
Yeah.
100%. I feel like I'm being transported back to Edinburgh.
When you Google search electric battery baths, those are some of the pictures that come up. Okay, this room. That is an embalming table that came from a local funeral home. I don't know, my daughter had sent me messages like, Mom, check this out. And I'm like, oh.
Oh man.
So, was this actually used in a funeral home?
Yeah. They went to doing stainless steel instead of the porcelain. So, the butt that was to try to get that in here.
I can only imagine.
God.
Did you go through the
Because it
back
doesn't
door?
come apart.
Did you go through the bathhouse door?
Yeah, this door back here,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
But we got it that far, and then we couldn't get it through this doorway. I had to take off the door jam. You see, somebody must have did some repair work at one time or another, because there's like different kinds of cement going on there.
And you can see the older cement, because it's got the big chunk of stone still in it. It wasn't really ground up.
Yeah. It's like got rocks in it and stuff.
Yeah.
You got regular cement too, so they must have did something at one time, or else maybe it was more like a crawl space or something, and they added to it. I don't know, something. It makes you wonder sometimes if these old buildings, what they've done to them over time.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a buried tunnel somewhere.
Who knows?
After seeing this place, I wouldn't put it past it.
Yeah, like the underground railroad.
Yeah, or just something.
Who knows?
Once the tour concluded, we settled into the house and began preparing our equipment. It was time to investigate Wildwood. All right, man, we got the tour. We ate. All of our gear is out. We got everything out that we want to use. You ready to start investigating?
Let's do it.
We'll go in here, and then we'll work our way over to the room next to it, and then just slowly we'll go up each floor. Save the basement for last.
Finale.
Yes, the finale. All right, let's do it.
Alrighty. We understand there's a lot of spirits here that like to communicate with people. So if you are one of those spirits, we are those people to talk to. And we have lots of devices here you can mess with and talk to us through. We'll start with the REM pod. If anyone's here, can you let us know who you are by coming up?
That's as soon as you turned it on. As soon as you turned it on, it started going off. That is wild.
Could you maybe back away from it, please? Just to let us know that it's actually you.
Wow. Look at it. It's like going in a rhythm almost.
Yeah.
Look, it's like a triangle. It's going from red to green or red, yellow, green. You see the
Yeah.
triangle it's making? That is too cool. Can you show us if you're on the green side or maybe the yellow side or the blue or purple? Can you make that side solid? This is amazing. I get excited when the REM pod just blinks for half a second.
Right. This is
it's still going.
I wonder if maybe this antenna is like faulty somehow. Seems alright.
Are you still here with us? It's not the antenna, dude. No.
While the REM pod continued to signal that an unseen presence was nearby, none of the other devices we laid out seemed to be affected. We let this go on for a little while longer before starting an EVP session.
Whoever was making that REM pod on the ground go off, can you come up and speak into the device in my hand? Whoever was making that REM pod on the ground go off, can you come up and speak into the device in my hand? Do you hear that? That rumble? You hear that?
Yeah.
There was something right there.
Yep.
Hold on. Can you tell us your name? I saw this spike. I saw the equalizer spike when there was dead silence. Like it was loud enough to bring that up. It like went up 1 bar. Look, it won't pick up. What was that? Is that you?
There's something outside.
I can't tell if it's outside or inside because there's random wind chimes and shit hanging in the house. Are you making that noise? If so, can you do it again? That's in the house. That's back that way.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Can you come closer?
We continue to comb through the audio recordings in hopes to find any EVPs in real time, completely unaware of what the house was about to do next.
Music box.
Can you tell us your name? What the fuck was that? That was right up. That was up the next floor.
Yeah.
Can you tell us your name? Can you tell us your name?
Once we finished in the first room, it was time to pack up our equipment and move down the hall to the smaller green bedroom. I decided to head down to the basement first to grab my music box before we continue our investigation. This was the first trip using this new device, and I was eager to see what kind of results we could get with it set up in the hallway. As soon as we come down here.
It's dead.
That's dead. dead.
Look. It is dead. They drained the box.
Wow.
I gotta put new batteries in it. How is this in... Oh. Oh. Let me turn this off. Whoa. I'm gonna go put the music box by like the stairs or something and see if we get any hits of somebody coming up or down. Maybe... It really likes the REM pod. I don't know if I gave it enough range. I guess I did. If you're upstairs and you want to come down and talk to us, please feel free to do so. Whoa. Whoa, there it is, yep. There it goes. Thank you. Look, it's stopping. And then it started again. I take it you enjoy the music box. So, we went downstairs just now to go get the music box, and it's been downstairs playing non-stop for about an hour. I just put brand new batteries in there, and now it's just not playing at all. It's not working. Ethan's spirit box is also not sweeping with certain batteries in it, which is also weird because that spirit box is brand new, and this is technically our first investigation using it, right?
Yeah, it is.
We haven't even used that yet.
Or the music box.
Or the
This
music
is the
box.
first investigation for both of those
So-
tools, and they're both failing.
These are brand new batteries. You can see I just took them out. These are brand new batteries, but I'm swapping them. I don't know what's going on, man. Yeah, my music box is not working. The sensor's on, the sensor's being triggered, the music box is not doing anything. I don't know if the motor got burnt out.
That's
From
possible.
excess use.
But why would my spirit box only work with certain batteries?
Why would my music box suddenly stop working? I don't know what's going on. Our equipment is like failing on us right now.
But the show must go on.
Yeah. What is going on? This
What?
isn't supposed to be open.
No, it's not. And we would not leave it open. Please keep this door shut. Thanks.
Yeah, we shut all the doors as we go through. Alright, let's see. Let's say like maybe right here for a little bit. I'm gonna take the batteries out so they won't get too hot. And just see if maybe it being down in the basement. It was really cold down.
What?
Okay, nothing. I just thought I saw something.
You know, this door is around the same area where that thud came from.
Yeah, it is, actually.
I hope no one's like in the house.
No, nobody's in here. This is the first time we've used this on an investigation, and it's failing on us. With brand new batteries. 2 new sets of batteries at that. I don't know. I'm not sure who's making all this noise, or who decided to wear out my brand new music box. But if you're still here, and you would like to talk to us, we'd like to hear from you. We'd like to know that you're here. Maybe you can show yourself on this camera. this room? I didn't notice that fan was there.
Me neither. Whoa. Heard a voice.
Did you?
Kid voice.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. If there's a child here that would like to speak to us, maybe you could come forward and show yourself. It's okay, you don't have to be afraid of us. We're not afraid of you.
Again, my name's Ethan.
I'm Mike.
Anybody's here with us? Wow.
Never seen this thing freak out like this. Yeah, there's a cold spot on your REM pod. I don't know if it's because of the plastic and maybe it's just cold, but why would there be a cold spot? Right there, but not everywhere else. Head upstairs?
Yeah. Alrighty.
Alright, we're going up.
Come on up with us. We go.
Up we go. Ethan, that door's open.
What?
The door is open. We keep shutting doors and they keep opening up. Is this door open? No. I swear to you we're shutting these doors.
We make it a point to shut the doors.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Laurie was very specific about keeping the doors shut in each part of the house, since each floor has to be heated individually. We were careful to shut each door behind us that was marked, so it doesn't make sense why these doors were open when we would come back to them. Now it was time to conduct our tests in Tommy's room, where the spirit of a young boy is said to reside.
Tommy, are you here? How many spirits are here with us?
Like 3 different numbers. Why did you stop playing with the devices all of a sudden?
I'll ask again, are you okay with us being in here with you?
Nope. Nope.
Nope. Did you hear that?
Is that what that
He
was?
says nope.
Do you want us to leave?
We're gonna sleep here.
Is it okay if I sleep in your bed? We had some trouble deciphering these responses in real time, but it is clear based on the footage here that at one point we may have possibly come in contact with Tommy. Based off of that last response, this could be his parents' room.
Is anybody here with us? Hello? I just heard hello in the portal. Hello, who's there?
Can you come speak to us through this board? Can you use one of us to move it?
Inside.
Are you supposed to just like lightly touch it?
Mm-hmm. Are we safe here?
I'm trying to like just barely hover over it. It's hard to hold my arms like this. Can you please come talk to us through this planchette? Do you not want to use this Ouija board to talk to us?
Play. I sure play.
These things never move.
Would you prefer us to speak with you through the portal or the spirit box itself?
It's nice up through the portal.
Mm-hmm. Is it easier for you through the portal?
I like the portal.
Wow.
Did you hear that?
Yes. That was something.
That was something.
What do you want to tell us?
Can you tell me what floor we should sleep on? Can you say 1, 2, or 3? One.
First? Did it say first?
I don't know.
Can you say that again? The third.
That's where we planned on sleeping originally. Are we going to have problems up there? Go up there.
Go up
It just said go up there.
Should we right now?
Should we go up there right now?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Dude, that thing is awesome.
Are we okay to sleep in here?
That's what I said.
Are you gonna try and scare us?
How many people died here? Did we do something while we were here to offend you? It seems like you really don't want to talk to us as much now.
Is it the Ouija board?
Did anybody die on this floor of the building? I did.
I think we're gonna wrap this up and head back downstairs. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we go down? Bye for now. Seems like things are kind of starting to calm down.
We still had one last spot left in the house to investigate, and that was the basement. We used only night vision and full spectrum cameras for this in hopes to provoke a response.
Turned off all the lights just for you. Trying to make things as comfortable as possible. So, if you'd like to come out, speak to us now. We'd greatly appreciate it. Like I said, your name. Like I said, your name. Like I said, your name.
Whoa, this is creepy. I can't see anything.
Watch your head, dude, because I've almost smacked my shit. Sorry. Watch your head when you're walking around.
Anybody want to talk to us down here?
I literally can't even see.
I can't see anything.
It's not like I said no. That's what it sounded like from here. You want us to leave? Are you tired? Have we used up too much of your energy?
Back here. Woo! That's creepy back there. Okay, alright. I just got a really weird feeling over there. Whew. I don't know.
I just heard something over there. Yeah, what was that? Did you just make a noise?
No.
You didn't like cough or grunt just now? I just heard a noise over there, and then I heard it sounded like you were clearing your throat.
No.
Are you finally coming out?
Hey. Hey. How are you?
Oh, I forgot about that back room.
If you watch to the left of the frame, you can see something duck behind the threshold as I pull back the curtain. Now, this could very easily be mistaken for dust, but I found it strange that this dust stretched the way that it did, even at full speed. Here's that same moment broken down frame by frame. Notice how it stretches before actually disappearing out of frame. Dust doesn't do that.
Let's go in. After you, my good sir. I forgot all about this. Dude, did you hear the spirit box?
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah, it was weird. Anybody back here?
Can you make your presence known?
At this point in the investigation, things started to calm down. We weren't really getting any more responses from the spirit box that we could understand, and devices weren't being triggered like they were in the beginning. At this point, it was time to wrap up and head to bed for the night. Wildwood Sanitarium is an interesting location. To me, it's one of those rare finds in the paranormal that doesn't have rich insight into its history, so it makes the investigation more of a challenge when searching for clues. Most locations are able to spare you every small detail in order to aid you in your investigation, but with Wildwood, it's kind of up to you to figure out what happened here. Based on the evidence we found, we believe that this room could have possibly belonged to Tommy's parents, and would explain why he likes to spend most of his time in this room. On the third floor, when Ethan asked if anyone had passed away up there, the spirit box replied,
Did anybody die on this floor of the building?
Laurie had mentioned in the tour,
He probably lived here in the time frame when it was an apartment, which would make sense. I wouldn't be able to trace that back because they rented it.
so if Tommy and his family were renting the place at that time, wouldn't the whole family reside on the second floor? Was the second and the third floor part of their rental agreement? Or was Tommy not supposed to be up there in the first place? I hope one day we can return to this location and leave with more answers than questions. Overall, it was a much more subtle and calm investigation than what we normally do, but nonetheless we captured some great evidence. I encourage any paranormal investigator to give Wildwood a visit and help uncover more pieces of its history if possible, and experience this location for yourself.